Hello, and thank you for visiting my Y&R Insider 24 update channel. 3 options are available. Jill returns, Lily and Amy bond, Audra's plea. Thursday, October 2nd, 2025, will see the release of spoilers for The Young and the Restless. Fans can anticipate that Jill Abbott, played by Jessica Walton, will return to Genoa City in the following episode. Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and Amy Lewis, Valerie Pettiford, find common ground. Plus, Audra Charles, Zuleika Silvers, issues another plea to Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Be sure to check out the spoilers for our weekly Y&R here. Jill Abbott is back. Let us begin with the most exciting information. Jill is finally returning to Genoa City. She has been seen by fans in video chats, but it is much better to see her with everyone else on the canvas. Jill will arrive in town after receiving a proposal from Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope. The woman's agenda will include settling unfinished business with both Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, and Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn. Sadly, the remainder of the week's spoilers suggest that Jill and Billy do not find common ground. Instead, Billy opens up old wounds with his mother. Read more. Find out what happened on the last episode of Y&R. Amy Lewis and Lily Winters bond. She ends up spending some time with Amy while she is with Lily. The two women will agree on something concerning Damian Kane, Jermaine Rivers. Lily had just begun to get to know Damian intimately and was aware that he was a decent person. Concerning Amy, she has lost her son. As a result, they will probably recall some good times with the man. Audra Charles' plea. According to the spoilers for Thursday, October 2nd of The Young and the Restless, Audra will make a passionate plea. Fans can anticipate Audra asking Nate for a second chance. However, no matter how many times the brunette tries to make things right, Nate isn't interested. He ignored everyone's warnings about dating her. While Audra never intentionally meant to hurt Nate, she kept secrets from him as well as tried to seduce Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer. Audra and Kyle's continued savagery only demonstrates their desire to spend more time together. I wouldn't waste a second of my precious energy and time on someone I hate. Part 1. Jill Abbott returns. The importance of Jill returning. Jess Walton's Jill Foster Abbott is more than just a recurring character, she is a central character in The Young and the Restless. Jill embodied ambition, passion, and determination from her first appearance decades ago. She has fought Catherine Chancellor in one of the most famous soap opera feuds, married and divorced numerous powerful men, and left Chancellor Industries and the Abbott family indelible. Her return in 2025 comes after months of being relegated to video chats and off-screen mentions. This script suggests that Jill is returning with a purpose, and fans adore her fiery energy when she is in person. Her agenda includes business and personal reflection, particularly with Billy Abbott and Kane Ashby, so it's not just a quick visit. Billy and Jill, reopening of past wounds. One of Jill's most complicated children is Billy Abbott, played by Jason Thompson. Their relationship as mother and son has always alternated between love and resentment. Billy constantly perceives Jill as being critical, intrusive, or in charge, despite the fact that Jill wants Billy to embrace his brilliance. Some old wound comes back every time they try to reconcile. Spoilers hint that instead of finding peace, Jill and Billy reopen wounds. This may involve Billy's recent decisions, his partnership moves, his erratic emotional state, or even his complicated romantic life. Jill, as always, won't mince words. Her maternal instinct to fix Billy may instead push him deeper into defensiveness. This storyline is powerful because it reflects something universal: the difficulty of repairing parent-child relationships when history is so littered with betrayals, disappointments, and miscommunication. Every viewer who has ever had a complicated relationship with a parent will feel the sting of Jill and Billy's conversations. Jill and Kane, business not done. Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, in this new era of casting, represents another key unresolved thread. Jill has unfinished business due to Kane's entanglements with Chancellor Industries, her legacy, and his relationship with Lily. Kane has been both an ally and a thorn in Jill's side. Jill confronting Kane could lead to fireworks, especially if Kane has new schemes brewing to reclaim power. Jill has always fought for Chancellor's stability and legacy, but Kane's ambition often borders on recklessness. Will Jill attempt to outwit him? Will she use her sharp business instincts to either block him or, intriguingly, recruit him? The spoilers don't reveal which way it will go, but history suggests that fireworks are inevitable. In 2025, Jill's wider purpose. What makes Jill's return especially impactful now is timing. Lily, Devon, Nate, and Billy's disagreements over direction have kept Chancellor Winters in constant flux. Victor Newman is circling with predatory interest. Jack Abbott has his own corporate rivalries. Jill stepping back in could reset or further destabilize the power balance. Thematically, Jill embodies resilience. At every stage of her life, she has reinvented herself, proving she can stand toe-to-toe with titans like Catherine or Victor. Bringing her back in person means Genoa City is about to get a dose of that unstoppable force. Part 2. Lily Winters and Amy Lewis Bond. The unlikely connection. Also highlighted in the episode is a touching scene in which Lily Winters, Crystal Cullill, and Amy Lewis, Valerie Pettiford, come to terms with the death of Damian Kane, Jermaine Rivers. On the surface, Lily and Amy don't have much in common. Lily is a corporate powerhouse navigating family, love, and business battles. Amy, however, has been defined by grief, particularly the loss of her son Damian. This scene is important because it's not about rivalry, schemes, or power struggles, it's about shared humanity. Damian's impact. Though Damian Kane may not have been on the canvas long, his presence clearly left an impression. For Lily, Damian was someone she was beginning to know on a deeper, more personal level. She was moved by his goodness. For Amy, Damian was her son, her pride, her joy, and her loss. When two people come together to share memories of the same person, especially one lost too soon, the effect is healing. Viewers often crave balance in soaps. We need the scandals and betrayals, but we also need moments of tenderness and human connection. Lily and Amy's conversation offers precisely that balance. Lily's journey to understanding Lily's character arc has often placed her in positions of empathy. From her survival of cancer, her turbulent love stories, and her resilience after prison, Lily knows pain and resilience intimately. That makes her uniquely capable of comforting others. Her ability to bond with Amy demonstrates Lily's growth from a girl caught in scandals to a wise, compassionate woman. Additionally, this bond may provide narrative foreshadowing. Without a strategy for the long term, soap writers rarely form connections. Could Lily and Amy form a friendship that influences future storylines? Is Amy capable of serving as a role model for Lily? Or will their bond pull Lily into a storyline involving justice, memory, or even revisiting Damian's death in new ways? Healing through shared memory. In soap storytelling, grief often isolates characters, but moments like this break through isolation. Amy finds that telling Lily stories helps her remember Damian. For Lily, it validates her sense of who Damian was and the goodness she saw in him. It is cathartic for the audience, reminding us that Y&R still invests in genuine emotional storytelling despite the drama. The third part, Audra Charles' appeal. Audra's pattern. Audra Charles, Zuleika Silvers, has never been a simple romantic lead. She's ambitious, calculating, and often manipulative. Yet, as is often the case with complex soap characters, her flaws also make her compelling. The October 2nd spoilers reveal Audra issuing another passionate plea to Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic. This is not Audra's first beg for forgiveness, but history demonstrates that her apologies frequently arrive too late. The reluctance of Nate Hastings has previously been duped in love, not just by Audra. Once a man of integrity, Nate strayed from his medical career into the ruthless world of corporate games, and that journey left him scarred. His romantic life mirrors that trajectory: betrayal, mistrust, and heartbreak. Nate lost faith in Audra after she betrayed him by keeping secrets and having an affair with Kyle Abbott. The spoilers suggest he isn't willing to give her another chance, no matter how sincere her plea sounds. This is a typical soap opera conflict. One character is desperate for forgiveness, and the other is too hurt to take a chance. Audra's complexity. Audra never intends to destroy her relationships, but her ambition constantly sabotages her. She frequently sacrifices one for the other, but she simultaneously desires love, power, and respect. Her attraction to Kyle, for example, was less about genuine passion and more about ego, rebellion, and misdirected desire. Yet the fallout cost her something real with Nate. This storyline asks a key question: can someone truly change, or are we doomed to repeat our flaws? Audra wants to prove she can change, but Nate represents the skepticism we all feel toward repeat offenders. The triangle of Audra, Nathan, and Kyle. This isn't just about Audra and Nate, it's about the dynamic triangle involving Kyle Abbott. Kyle and Audra's hatred is laced with sexual tension, a trope soap writers excel at. Their constant clashes suggest unresolved attraction. Whether Audra admits it or not, if Nate continues to reject her, it may bring her closer to Kyle. That, in turn, could lead Kyle to make even more bad decisions. The pleading lover is the soap archetype. Audra's plea fits the classic soap character of the flawed lover seeking redemption. It resonates with viewers because we have all felt regret. But soaps magnify regret into high drama. Will Nate ultimately give in? Or will Audra redirect her energy into revenge, ambition, or a new romance? The beauty of soaps is that both options remain possible. Part 4. Kyle Abbott's Spiral. Kyle and Claire's Departure. The spoilers also tease Kyle Abbott's, Michael Miller, reaction to Claire Grace Newman, Haley Erin, leaving for Los Angeles. Kyle, already unstable emotionally, is projecting a lot of assumptions onto Claire's choices. His suspicion and obsession are leading him into unhinged territory. Kyle's state of mind. Kyle has never been able to control himself. Whether it's impulsive business moves, destructive romances, or clashes with his family, he tends to spiral when rejected or abandoned. Claire's departure triggers all of those old insecurities. The question is, will Kyle confront Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, directly? Or will his desperation push him into even darker actions? His narrative parallels that of his father, Jack, when he was younger, when recklessness and passion frequently resulted in disastrous outcomes. Kyle as a mirror to Audra. Interestingly, Kyle and Audra are mirrors of each other. Both lash out, both sabotage their happiness, and both use each other as outlets for misplaced frustration. Their constant clashes may mask a deeper desire to connect, which could eventually lead them into a toxic but magnetic relationship. Conclusion: the emotional spectrum of October 2nd, 2025. The October 2nd, 2025 episode of The Young and the Restless promises an emotional spectrum that defines the best of soap opera storytelling. We possess legacy and nostalgia with Jill Abbott returning to confront Billy and Kane. Tender humanity, in which Amy and Lily share their grief and find solace in it. Passionate pleas with Audra begging Nate for forgiveness. Obsessive spirals with Kyle reacting to Claire's departure. Together, these threads remind us why Y&R endures. It's not just about schemes and affairs, it's about the human condition magnified. Every return, every bond, every plea reflects universal experiences, family tension, grief, regret, longing, and the endless search for redemption. This one episode paves the way for weeks of repercussions. Will Jill stabilize or destabilize Genoa City? Will Lily and Amy's bond grow into something lasting? Will Audra be redeemed or will she lose everything? Will Kyle's downward spiral put him in danger? As always in Genoa City, the answers will come, but never without twists, turns, and heartbreak along the way.